When I say a word like Tesla, who comes to mind? Probably Elon Musk. And when I say a word like State Farm, who comes to mind? Probably Jake from State Farm. Why does this matter? People don't do business with businesses. People do business with people. So having a face for your construction company is a great way to build trust, strengthen loyalty, expand your reach, and humanize your brand. And who wouldn't want that? So today I'm breaking down the top 5 roles that could become your construction company's next brand ambassador. And number 5 may surprise you. Before we begin, please don't forget to follow and subscribe if you want to learn how to create great construction content. So what is a brand ambassador? A brand ambassador helps build trust, strengthen loyalty, expand reach, and humanize your brand at scale. So if you want all those benefits, contractors should definitely have a brand ambassador of their own. So what would a brand ambassador do for a contractor? Here's what they would do. They would post their own content on all relevant social media platforms. Most contractors post their own content on company pages, which is great, but this would be an extension to that. Your brand ambassador will help shape, lift, and position your brand in a human way. Having a brand ambassador is important because people do business with those they like, they know, and they trust. And this is the best way to accomplish that. All right, let's jump into my list of the top 5 roles that can become your construction company's next brand ambassador. Number 1 is your CEO as your construction brand ambassador. If your CEO has these 4 qualities, they should definitely be your brand ambassador. 1, they're great public speakers. 2, they're charismatic and very likable. 3, they're opinionated and have a unique point of view. 4, they're okay with being in the public light. Your CEO usually has the best pulse on what your company brand is now and what they want it to evolve into. So this makes it an easy thing to do when they have all those qualities. Your CEO would post content about leadership, vision and mission, culture, people, and the industry. But here's the thing. If they don't want to be public facing, that's okay. That's where these next 4 roles come into play. Number 2 is business development as your construction brand ambassador. Business development is a very client-facing role. These individuals usually have to be great at sales, marketing, public speaking, persuasion, influence, and much more. And this makes a role like a brand ambassador an easy and logical next move. Business development would post content about your projects, leadership, relationships, and events. If your brand ambassador can't be your CEO, it should definitely be business development. Number 3 is HR as your construction brand ambassador. HR is a very people-facing role. These individuals usually have the deepest relationships with your people. So they're naturally great communicators, listeners, empathetic, and have a great pulse on the culture and know a lot about your organization. HR would post content about your people development, your culture, people spotlights, and employee advocacy. As your brand ambassador, HR can play a huge role in attracting and retaining top talent while building your brand. Number 4 is a trades worker as your construction brand ambassador. When I say trades worker, this can range from an apprentice to a general superintendent. Writing off this group is easy because people can see them as shy, heads down at work, and not great communicators. But the truth is that I've seen many trades workers on LinkedIn post incredible content. I've even seen some who create better content than full-time marketers. So don't rule them out. Trades workers would post content about teamwork, leadership, culture, mental health, and the trades. Let your trades workers be your biggest advocate. Number 5 is Gen Z as your construction brand ambassador. Every Gen Zer wants to be a YouTuber in this day and age. Most contractors will roll their eyes and say, kids don't want to work these days. But that outlook is neither helpful nor productive. My thought here is if they want to become content creators, empower them to do it for your company. They're tech savvy, know social media platforms really well, and have a good understanding of the type of content that performs best on each of those platforms. Gen Zers would post content about young people joining the industry, interviewing team members, walking projects, vlog style, and changing perceptions about construction. Don't rule out Gen Z. They can bring a lot to the table if you position them for success. By the end of this list, you may be thinking, but Jonathan, how do any of these ambassadors help build and grow my brand awareness? That's the beauty of this model. Social media posts made from a human perspective help bring more awareness to you and your company. How? If your brand ambassador gets in front of the right people, they'll usually go searching to find out what they do and who they work for. And if who they work for is you and they like your brand ambassador's content, that'll bring more eyeballs to your company brand. And here's the last thing I'll leave with you. Your brand ambassador doesn't have to be one person. It can be all of those roles. The more ambassadors you have, the more growth you'll see online and in your business. And there's my list. If you want to learn how to create great construction content, please don't forget to follow and subscribe. With that said, we'll see you in the next one.